All right, we're back here on RacerTV.com after a little commercial break. We've got our 85 9-11 limited class rocking and rolling out on the track. Your leader right now is Caden Broswell, Matt LeBlanc, and Nick Romano, second and third. LeBlanc won the second moto, didn't start the first moto. He had a throttle cable break on the parade lap, so LeBlanc, no chance at the championship. So Jet Reynolds, who's been trying to manage the deal, has a 2-2, sitting on a 2-2 coming into this one. And Jet Reynolds is running fourth early in Moto 3. You can see him on the number 1, trying to catch the 29 of Matt LeBlanc. Couple announcements to make. Shut up, Kevin. I got this, dude. What do you got to say?
No, nope.
All right. We have a couple items in the MX Sports track office that we would love to keep, but we might not be able to if you can come and claim them. We have a black dog. Somebody has lost their dog. It's hanging out.
We're going to keep that dog. It'll be here next year.
You don't want to, yes, it could be. We might rename it Loretta. So we have a lost dog in our MX Sports trackside office as we watch the 1 of Reynolds and the 29 of LeBlanc battling hard in 85 911 Limited. Some other items we have. Maxwell Kiefer. We have your phone. Taylor Knight. We have your wallet.
We have your daughter.
We have the black dog. And we have a key to a BMW.
Wow.
So all we've got to do is walk around this parking lot, start clicking it. Whoa, Jet Reynolds.
That was luck. That was like, nope, we want you to have this championship. That was almost a ginormous get-off for Jet Reynolds.
Jeez.
I'm telling you, man, I haven't seen this many times where all the players are up front, all the guys you want to see battling it out. Jet Reynolds with the pass, the little miscue by Matthew LeBlanc. They're not friends anymore. Oh, LeBlanc, does he get back by
he did.
Jet Reynolds? How about that? Jason Wygant running a little rich up here. Got the SARS. Can't quite shake that Zika virus, huh?
It's been a good it's actually getting worse by the day.
I think so.
It was a little bad on Sunday. Kept getting worse. Jet Reynolds trying to get LeBlanc. This is a torrid battle, and it is only for second.
Yeah, Braswell out front. And really, he doesn't have to do this. He's got the championship. You don't want to go down and toss this thing away. Stay put, and you're golden.
Yeah, Jet Reynolds, man, taking some chances. Oh,
and there's Romano, and he would love nothing more than to get up there and make the pass on his teammate. They're teammates, but that's not a team sport. You can't stand losing to a guy that's under the same 10 as you.
No, and that's the long-time Team Green tradition where they do not stash riders in separate classes just to hunt more trophies. They always say they want to know
where we at,
who's their best guy for the future to bring up to the Pro Circuit Monster Energy factory team when they're older.
There's a look at LeBlanc on the 29 KTM, one of their first looks at a racetrack that doesn't have H2O all over it. So then you know they're stoked on this. Reynolds now going for it on the outside, going to go for that triple-double, and it's almost even. And in the background, lurking, the number 41 out of New York, Nicholas Romano. And kudos to Jet. He's taking all the different lines, not following it. It may be a little slower, but he's putting the pressure on Matthew LeBlanc. Look at that. Can you tell Nicholas Romano wants to be in the mix here? He is throwing that motorcycle down on the ground. Get me on the ground so I can gas it.
Brian Spencer saw that.
He did. He actually brought Brian Spencer vision. Brian is blind. He could see what was going on for a fleeting moment. He saw Nicholas Romano jumping that machine. Jet Reynolds clearing the vision there.
We're going to send Brian down there. We'll let him feel one of the motorcycles and then feel some of the dirt.
I want to let Brian do the podium. Don't walk off this side, Brian. We'll stand up there with you. We'll have a handler.
I honestly feel like he'd be no problem. Worse than us.
No, not at all.
I feel like I'm driving blindly down there sometimes.
There's the pass. Number 1, Jet Reynolds with the pass on Matthew LeBlanc. And Nicholas Romano is trying to get up there, and all the while they're rolling right up on the number 3 of Caden Braswell. Those ruts are ridiculous coming out of that turn that we just went through with our leaders.
Yeah, they cannot get through there smoothly. You just a mismatched sizes of bikes out here.
Feels like American Gladiator, like when you run through and they're just all the guys when you're trying to throw the ball in the whatever, and they just grab you. Those ruts just grab these guys. Is that Turbo?
That's trying to dunk it.
Yeah, Turbo is tough to get
Nitro. Sapphire.
Always want to shoot those tennis balls at those guys while they're running. Oh, Lapper just about caught up in the storm. That is Matthew LeBlanc. He is bearing down on you. The barometric pressure drop there about sucked that kid to the ground.
Jet Reynolds taking some huge chances here with the championship. Pretty much in firm grasp. Brock Lassiter, I believe, would have been second overall coming into this, but Reynolds had a 5-position edge on him coming in. So Reynolds just needs to finish up maybe top 3, but he was going all out to try to pass.
Everybody, anybody he's got
Yep.
near, it's like do or die for Jet Reynolds with 2 T's. For those of you keeping score at home, you want to put those T's on. You want to dot those T's, cross those I's, right?
I wonder if
Something like that.
Jet and a lot of these riders out of California, maybe he's just got pent up. Like, finally, I got a darn track that's not muddy. I want to show you what I can do.
It's fun. I want to ride my dirt bike fast. That's way funner when you do it on a dry racetrack. Michael Byrne even said, he goes, now I understand what this is all about. Those first 2 races weren't really representative of what this place is about. It was just hard.
Man, how crazy was that 25-plus class?
Great. It was outstanding. Looking at our second-place rider overall in the championship,
Brock Lassiter.
Brock Lassiter takes
Brock
time off
Lesnar,
from the
Brock
UFC.
Lesnar, Lassiter on the 69. He's got to hope that Reynolds has a problem, and the title could be his. Reynolds is in front of him on the track and in points. So Lassiter needs some help. Needs the racing gods to strike down like they did for poor Robbie Reynard.
How about that yeehaw from Nate Thrasher's
Yeah, so good.
Did he blast the speakers in here? Woo!
Yep, I heard it just from him.
That was him. Oh, he was so stoked you couldn't stop that guy. He grabbed the handlebars, about jerked the grip right off the bike. He was so pumped.
It's tightening up. Caden Broswell is going to deal for some serious pressure. Yeah, Jet Reynolds is saying, I want to win the Moto. Yeah, I got the championship tucked away. All I need to do is finish on the podium. He wants a gold. He wants to end this week strong. Great job, though, by Jet, just salvaging finishes in the mud to try to win these titles.
Yeah, it's an overused term, but you got to be in it to win it. Those mud motos, if you find yourself on the ground 3-4 times like he did, he was still able to stay in it, and now he can potentially win it in the sunlight now. The dog days of summer, that is for sure. Here at Loretta Land, she's showing you all her many faces. The sun, the heat index, Joel from FMF told me, 115 degrees.
Come on.
Yeah, that's what the heat index is showing right now.
Man, I haven't been outside. I wouldn't know.
No, yeah, it's 73 in here. So number 3 versus number 1, last year's returning champ. There's Romano and Matthew LeBlanc in that freeze frame shot there. Romano is going after Matthew LeBlanc. That's a great race there on the inside. Kawasaki versus KTM. New York versus Louisiana. Making the 80 class great again. There goes Nicholas Romano. He makes the pass for the moment. Straight ahead down towards the 10 Commandments now. We're watching that battle for, I believe, the number 3 spot. They'll jump into these 10 Commandments. Finally seeing some different ways of going through them. Some guys going to the inside, the outside, doubling, tripling.
The track, as far as multiple lines, it is unbelievable.
Perfect. It's perfect. The wind's blowing. It's dryed out. The track staff's actually watering as they want to now, not whenever Mother Nature says. Guess what's happening now? Get those roll-offs ready.
Oh, yeah. And our man Brian Spencer up in the tower saying tomorrow he saw some rain in the forecast.
Blind. Are you serious?
He saw some rain in the forecast. So you never know. Tomorrow we could be back to the mud situation. So if you're Caden Broswell, your leader, or Jet Reynolds second, you're happy you have dry racetrack and you want to show everyone what you can do.
And there it is, the big number 2 on the Yamaha. I said number 3 earlier. 1 and 2, they are returning. Those top 10 numbers, like you said, if you finished top 10 the year before in the class, you can bring it back and wear it. And Jet Reynolds is doing it just that. This will be his last year in this class. He's going to have to bump up to the next class. Jet is AMA, as they call it. He's AMA 11. Like, there are people that conceive their children to be AMA something, the most beneficial age there is. What about when you're AMA 25 racing everybody in the pro classes? That doesn't even matter anymore.
That point doesn't really, not really a factor. It's actually the opposite of what it is in other sports where you're purposely trying to hold your kid back 1 year of school. So you have a 13-year-old playing against 12-year-olds.
Right.
Here it's like you want to get that school thing done as quickly as you can.
It's getting in the way of your dirt biking. And they're giving away a motorcycle down there. The FCA has that Babbitt's Kawasaki they're about to give away.
Oh, yeah, it's happening at noon, so that's only about 10 minutes away. The FCA, the annual giveaway, I think 5 years in a row they've done that on the podium. Cool. So big thanks to those folks and big thanks to all of you who have donated. FCA has some great riding camps where some big-name riders come out. I know Trey Kennard's done it in the past, Ryan Sipes quite a bit. I think Shane McElrath possibly.
There you go.
I've done some camps.
Tonight, the Red Bull Pits, they've got a movie at 9 p.m., Unchained. It's a new documentary by Krusty Demons of Dirt. How do you spell his last? Talib?
I've never understood how to pronounce it. Paul Tablib, I think.
He's the original guy that made all those crusty videos. He's got freestyle from its beginning all the way to now, and they're going to show it. It's a brand new, never been shown before. They're going to show it tonight at Red Bull at 9 p.m.
I've heard about that video. It's kind of a documentary. They talk to
see their own limits, and the limits of what people think is possible can be exceeded emotionally and physically. Something.
Wow, they gave us all this.
Yep.
All this text to read. This is brilliant. If only my phone worked. Okay. We need Lance Kobush Sr. to go to the medic trailer. Lance Kobush Sr. to the medic trailer. Thank you.
Mr. Lance Kobush Sr., you need to report to the medic trailer. I had to follow that up. I don't know why I did that.
Man, Reynolds got to Broswell, and then Broswell able to hold him at bay. Hasn't been able to make the pass, and in fact, now it's kind of stabilized a little bit.
I bet that pit board's saying, hey, ride that pace, stay right there. Just don't get too close to this guy.
A 2.22 is going to get it done as far as the title is concerned. It really doesn't matter.
This is the number 7 right here. If he wins it, it's title number 7.
Yeah, I'm trying to remember. I believe he's held on, and he's in contention in his other class.
Yeah, he's in contention for both of them for sure. So here they come right around the announcer's tower again. I'm going to cruise on down there and get ready to go. Breathe some of my breath all over Jet Reynolds here in just a moment.
So, yeah, Jet Reynolds, I remember back in 2013, he won a 50 and a 65 class in the same year.
That's tough, man, going back and forth between the bikes.
Yeah, the only person I believe who had ever done that was Davey Millsaps up until then. That was a big deal at the time. The Jet followed it up with 265 titles in 2014, 285 titles in 2015 when he was not AMA 11. That means he was racing against riders a year older than him, still won both titles last year, and is trying to defend those titles this year. So the hype machine going pretty big and a lot of riders in the amateur ranks. But I have to say, results-wise here at the ranch, this is the best. Jet Reynolds could be working on 8 championships in 4 years, which has never been done before as far as we know at the ranch. No one has ever won 2 titles, 2 titles, 2 titles, 2 titles, 4 years in a row. And that's what Reynolds is trying to do. He's won 6 in the last 3 years. Can he get 8 in the last 4? And this kid's got a long way to go. I mean, the all-time record for titles in the mini cycle or amateur ranks, youth ranks, is 11. He could have 8 by the time this week is over. I think the all-time title mark, Kevin Walker, I think it's 14. But 11 is what James Stewart, Mike Alessi, and Adam Cincerillo were able to collect as youth and amateur riders, not getting them in the vet classes. Yeah, youths. By the way, Robbie Raynard, I want to look him up. He has 10 titles here at Loretta's. Could have, should have been 11. But bad luck for him there in that 25 plus. Who knows? Maybe Raynard becomes the poster child someday and gets that record for championships at the ranch. Although right now he probably wants nothing to do with that. Raynard's got to be bummed. Hey, shout out to Caden Broswell here, who's led this whole moto on the Yamaha, the number 2. And looking for a gold. You can see Reynolds is back there, ready to take advantage of a mistake, but I think not trying to push too hard. Nick Romano in 3rd. LeBlanc comes through next, and it's Chance Hymas, Jordan Beese, Brock Lassiter, Jaden Clough, Matt Jorgensen, and Brock Bennett. That's your top 10 in the final moto of 85 9-11 Limited. Jet with 2 T's. And Jet, part of that Bakersfield bunch out of Bakersfield, California, which I learned the other day. It is not the high desert. It is the valley. High desert is about an hour or so away. It is, I guess I'll call it the low desert. The valley of the desert out there in Bakersfield. And a ton of fast riders coming out of that area. Really strange how motocross works that way, where you get these packs of 4, 5, 6 kids from the same area. We actually got it going on with Missouri right now. A lot of fast kids out of Missouri. Benny Bloss, Austin Faulkner. And you got all these kids from Bakersfield. Jet Reynolds, Ryder DeFrancesco, Styles Robertson. And back in the day, the hot spot, in more ways than one, was actually Albuquerque, New Mexico. And last night I had a great conversation with one of the OGs of that Albuquerque gang, Justin Buckaloo, who trains a lot of riders out here this week at Loretta's from that area. You had Buckaloo, the Tedesco brothers, Gio and Ivan, Ryan Clark, and all the Johnsons, Isaiah, Keith, and Kevin Johnson, they were all out of Albuquerque. I talked to, so you see a lap rider down, and Caden Broswell able to get by him. Talking to Justin Buckaloo about that, he doesn't think it's a coincidence that you get these riders from the same area. You know, they're all pushing each other and riding together and making the tracks rougher by riding all the time. So maybe there is something to that. These kids out of Bakersfield all coming up through the ranks at the same time. Jet Reynolds going to try to bring another championship for that group back to California. Caden Broswell wants this championship, but he's not going to get it. He will get the moto win. You going to go? Shake your hand there, Brian. Nice to see Brian Spencer, as always. Love what you guys do. Big a motocross fan as anyone. Brian Spencer, we talk about it every year. We bring him on up to the tower. Brian is blind, so he's never actually seen motocross racing, but he still loves it all the while. Time running out in this 85 911 moto. Another job piled on top of Derek from MX Sports, delivering water. Well, I guess technically you did that before, so we haven't added one. Just going back to one of the old ones. We're going to have a shootout at the office between Derek and Jordan Roberts to see who's capable of doing more skilled tasks.
I will say this about Derek. He is one heck of a cameraman, believe it or not.
That's my point. He just added another one. He's shooting a picture of Rodney. You know you're good. So Derek is so good, he will take a picture of you talking about him taking pictures. That's what he just did. Became a video ace a few months ago. I saw him at the GNCC shooting video. I'll just throw that in there, too. Oh, and furniture moving. Well, I didn't doubt that one. Furniture mover, I was told. Price mentioned that. Yeah, and ladies.
And he works the legs,
see him at
too.
the right time. Oh, he does work the legs?
Yeah, look at him. I mean,
he's not just a bench and buys guy.
Nope.
Not just a bench and buys guy. Every time Derek walks by Vendors Row and goes by that Rhino Power display, they're like, "What's it going to take to sign that guy?" we want Derek on our team. He's just like Jet Reynolds. The teams are like, "Boy, we want this guy to sign this guy up and endorse our motorcycles." Rhino Power and all the trainers, all the health food, they're like, "Man, we got to get Derek using our stuff." Showing that off. Seriously, Derek went from not taking photos to, I think, our lead photographer for Racer X in 1 week. I didn't even know he shot photos at all, and I saw him going through them on his computer. I'm like, "Hey, those are pretty good." And then 2 days later, I had an assignment, and you nailed it. That's pretty impressive. You know how many years? Remember me fumbling around with a camera at GNCCs for about 7 years and never getting good at it? Never got good at it.
You had some cool cameras, though. I will say that.
Yes, they gave me the original, the Canon D1, which was the first digital camera you could actually use for print in magazines. It weighed about 9 pounds. And it was the size of practically like a video camera now, just to take photos. Checkered flag is out. Caden Broswell wins it. Yeah, he's pumped. Good job for him. Jet Reynolds going to take the championship. No, we did not. All right, they're sending us lunch in the tower. That's why I'm here. Caden Broswell getting the win. Yeah, he is psyched on that. Good job by the Yamaha rider. Old Triangle Cycles. Man, they have produced a lot of moto wins here at the ranch. Got to meet Rusty from Triangle Cycles last night at the Yamaha dinner. And everyone, including, yes, Cooper Webb, was part of the Triangle Cycles Yamaha team at one point. And then before that, Triangle Cycles, they had a bunch of Honda riders out here, like Brock Tickle, who really put them on the map. So Triangle Cycles getting themselves another moto win here at Loretta's. Caden Broswell, well done. Jet Reynolds going to go 2-2-2 and remain number 1 in this 85cc division. Going to find ice. Derek's going to find more. Oh, but Derek did not deliver the lunch. He could have done it. Just the timing was not there. Yeah, we'll take all the free lunches we can get. All right. What's on the menu today? Let's see here. We're going to unwrap this little slice of heaven.
It's almost like Christmas right now.
Oh, yeah, this is part of the show. I know the microphone's on. Yeah, we're going to unwrap. It's almost like Christmas. There's our Rocky Mountain ATVMC results. Romano, good run, ends up third. Looks like a ham sandwich. lettuce and tomato. I like that. Chance Hymas behind Matt LeBlanc. That's top 5.
Whoa, whoa, whoa. What's that?
Jordan Beese. Oh, watermelon, yeah. Brock Lassiter, 7th. Jaden Clough, Matty Jorgensen, and Brock Bennett. That's your top 10. We'll send it to Kevin Kelly when the podium is ready. I heard you this morning, Rodney, saying you threw a little Wes Kane style. I like that. Yeah, we were listening to you guys back this morning, back at the hotel. That's the cool thing. We do have the Racer TV coverage, but if you folks go to the MyLaps live timing page, we do have the live audio from every moto. So even Racer TV is not on the air, you can still listen to the announcers from every moto. And as far as I'm concerned, all you need to do is hear us. I mean, that's as good as anything. Yeah, you don't want to see us, that's for sure.
All right, down here on the Race Tech podium, and man, who are those little girls right there? They are excited. Let's hear it for the number 2 of Cade Braswell. Caden, put that around your neck, buddy. You got the gold medal, and you got 2 happy little cheerleaders out there, man. Did you have a good time out there, Caden?
Yeah, it was real hot.
Yeah, it is hot. Everybody out here is sweating, man. It's really hot. Look good out there on the racetrack. Take me through the race.
Well, I mean, I got a pretty good jump, but going up there, Reynolds and somebody else kind of collided, and I just took my shot at it.
Well, you did. You took a shot. You led that thing. You got the number 2. Hey, man, you represented up here. You got the gold medal. Would you like to thank anybody for helping you get down here?
I'd like to thank the Lord Jesus Christ through all things as possible.
Take a swig of that, man. Yeah. Who else?
Mom, Dad, Savannah, Brody, family, Yamaha, FMF, Troy Lee Designs, DT Filters, Nihilo Concepts, Dunlop, SOBMX, Oakley Goggles, Triangle Cycles, MGX Graphics, Alpine Stars.
There we go. All right.
Whew.
It's a hot one, isn't it, man? Anything else?
Yeah, I'd like to thank my mom.
We good? All right, let's hear it for Cade Braswell. Hey, good job, Cade. He gets the gold medal. He wins the moto. Not quite enough for the championship. If we could get this motorcycle, if the Braswell clan would grab the bike, we can then get ready for Jet Reynolds to roll his bike up here next. But we're going to talk to our third-place finisher before we do that. We're going to talk to Nicholas Romano here. Congratulations, Cade and Braswell. We're going to check in with number 41, Nicholas Romano. We're going to wheel Jet Reynolds' bike. We got a lot of activity up here. There's Jet's brother. Give him a little push there before he falls to Rob Fox to save the day, man. Rob's Dunlop shoes hooking up, getting that thing up there. Good job. We'll toss that up here. Tricky Nicky, man. We're going to come up here and do it. All right, let's hear it. Put your hands together for Nicholas Romano. We had some heavy hitters in this one. Remember these names. I know we say this a lot, but these kids have been battling out with LeBlanc and Romano and Reynolds and now Caden. Some fantastic young talent coming our way, and Nick is one of them out of New York. Nick, take me through the race. I know you had some troubles earlier in the week, but you're in there on this one.
Yeah, my week hasn't been going that great. My best finish was a 3rd in this first moto in here. Got like a 10th place start, came through the pack. I believe I was in 4th, passed 3rd, and I was catching 2nd and 1st, but I was just like, I don't want to fall.
Don't want to fall. I wouldn't either, man. You got some folks you want to thank, Nick?
My mom, dad, my sisters, Kawasaki Team Green, Seth of the Border, Garnet, Asterisk, JT Racing, 100% Goggles, Pro Circuit, PR2, Dunlop Tires for getting me 2 whole shots, Moto Ice, Rad MX.
Is that it? All right, let's hear it, man. Nicky Romano, Tricky Nicky. Good job out there, Nicholas Romano. He finishes up 3rd, and now we are going to say hello to the champ. Let's hear it for the number 1 of Jet Reynolds. Jet Reynolds, fantastic ride. You got to be in it to win it. We've been preaching that, dude. I don't know how you made it through some of those mud motos. You crashed, you got tangled up with other guys, and here you are. You did it again, buddy.
Yeah, representing the number 1, I guess. But, yeah, I got out to a great start and then collided with the kid and fell back and just played it safe and stayed consistent all week.
Yeah, we were wondering, were you going to go for it? You got close a few times. Did your dad say on the pit board, back it down, relax there?
I was going for it for a second, and then sand section, dude, I was like leaning off the back of the bike, and I knew something could happen if I was going for it, so I played it safe.
Well, let's bring up the hardware. The number 1 plate, the shield from the AMA. This is what we all race for. Make some noise. He's going to hold it up high. The number 1 plate, here it is, Jet Reynolds. He won the moto. He's got the cool bell helmets. Gold, number 1. That is the coolest trophy. That is awesome. He's got the shield. He's got this awesome number 1 plate. And he's got the number 1 bell helmet as well. So, Jet, let's do it. Hit those sponsors up.
I'd like to thank Kawasaki Team Green, Oakley Goggles, Pro Circuit, Alpine Star Gear, Bell Helmets, N-Style, Henson, Renthaw, Nilio, Ride Down Hot Tires, and just everybody else I forgot. Thank you.
Congratulations. Title number 7. He's won 7 championships out here. The number 1 of Jet Reynolds does it again. We're going to leave that with the AMA. Congratulations. We'll toss it up